Shalom Yasharallah. Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Camp, better known as Great Millstone, for the being for the 100% truth that I've been currently edified under. For the being for the 100% truth that I've been currently edified under Salak. Shalom to the elect, the Tabernacle of David, and Amabert to Zariah coming to this lesson. Now we're doing a lesson of the kingdom given to only Israel, because scriptures made it already clear, and people fail to understand, because you have to remember who the promises is for and was given to. Let's go into Romans chapter 9 and verses 3 and 4. As scriptures made clear, it says, "For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, from my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites." This is who is given to, as it goes on to say, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises. As it continues to say, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came, who is over all power, blessed forever. Amen. So by this, reading this precept, it already gives you a broad spectrum as to what Israel is really going to receive. So for those who making claims after that all could be saved, you're going off. Clearly, you are going off. There are standards in the scriptures that you must adhere to. One of the standards is what Isaiah 8 and 20, to the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in them. Right? Another standard is identified in Romans chapter 9 verse 3 and 4. Who the promises and salvation and covenant and laws given to. There's no getting around that. Alright? So with that understanding, now we could jump into this lesson, because it would make more sense now as we seal that part in our minds. Now we could go into this lesson. Alright? So firstly, going into the scriptures, when you go into Isaiah 45 verse 17, it goes into what? Identifying Israel being saved and having an everlasting salvation, which we see also is part of the promise in Romans 9, 3 and 4. It says, "But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end." And we see that Israel is referred to or called the world without end, and is going to receive that everlasting salvation. And the reason for that, because when they go into Daniel chapter 2 and 44, it says this: "In the days of these kings, in the days of these kings shall power." So let me just put this up. In the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. Here it says, "And the kingdom shall not be left to other people." Let's read that again. "And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever." And this is a very correct statement. It is not for the other people. Who is the other people? The heathens. Who is the other people? The heathen nations outside of the Israelites. They are not going to inherit the kingdom. It's only for the Israelites. And that's why we know that it's only Israel can be saved. Because when they go into Revelation chapter 11, going to verse 15, here it says, "And the seventh angel sounded, and there were a great voice in heaven, voices in heaven, saying, The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of Hamashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever. In other words, going into what he's going to come to do, he's going to do what? Come and take the kingdom, or take the rulership from the heathen nations. They are going to be brought low, and he's going to rule over them. He's going to rule what? Forever, which means that he's going to be on the earth. And who is going to be with him? Let's go a precept immediately. Revelation 14:1, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. The elect of Israel is going to stand with him, because the Bible tells you, when you go into Psalms chapter 149, going to verses 5, you all know what I'm getting at, so let's get the precept. It says, let the saints be joyful and glory, let them sing aloud upon their beds, with the high praises of power be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute what? Vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all the saints. Praise ye Yahweh. And we know the saints are of Israel, because they are the ones that made a covenant with Yahweh by sacrifice, according to law and testimony. Not to mention having mercy, having care and mercy for them, which would mean that they are the elect on this side. So the elect is going to be there in assisting and taking over. Because even when they go into Daniel, going back into Daniel chapter 7, and verses 18, let's get to the point, straight to the point. It says what? But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Because it's Yahweh is going to be giving them that rulership over these kingdoms, so they are going to possess it. And you can get that precept in Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26. Just to get to the main point, it says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. To him will I what? To him will I give power over the nations. Which is why you see they possessing it now, and they having it ruling forever and ever. Continue. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Clear as you can get it. Clear as you can get it. So by understanding this and going according to law and testimony, we identify that it's only for the Israelites. You have to be a recipient of the stock of Israel for that salvation to kick in. Because if you are a heathen, you will be separated from these Israelite brothers, and you will be ruled over according to law and testimony, with no or limited mercy, if not none. Especially after what many of these heathens have done to our people. They are not going to be receiving many mercies, if I'm being 100% with you. And I, for one, ordains no mercy on them. Because I'll give you a good example. This is how you know this right now. This is how you know this is their kingdom. This is how you know this is the heathen's kingdom as you speak that is going to fall. I went for a job, a calling and everything. Had a conversation with the person concerning the job warehouse. When I went there, after the lovely conversation me and this person had, it was a different note. Because remember, they are Elam. I am a Negro. From first glance, as I approached and coming in and everything, and I introducing myself and everything, they immediately begin to show me their true colors. This racial behavior they begin to display one amongst one another, to be exact. And I'm there having to try to hope that I get this job while going through this torment. In the end, you know what I heard in my mind? Don't waste your time. Soon you will be above and they will be beneath. So you know what I did? I left. I went through it, usual. I have a pleasant day, supplant them a little bit, and I left. Because of the behavior they had against me for being a Negro. This is their kingdom. They could oppress us anyhow and any means they like. Because they actually have the business and the wealth to do so. But when Yahushua come on the scene, no mercy, none. So I hope this lesson is edifying. I say Shalom Yasharala, Kal Halal Yam Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rekakodash. Give that belongs to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Camp, but to know as great millstone for the before the 100% truth that I be currently edified under. Shalom to the elect, the tabernacle of David. And I am your brother Tazariak saying to you, Shalom.